They play with a sweeper, their captain, the number 5, Sedat. Sansom looking for Haitley at the far post. Game, but we shall see. Here's Chris Waddle. He hit, but Haitley made something of it. Here's Waddle. Robson quickly in with a challenge and a chance maybe for Waddle to stretch the legs. England mustering their forces in support with Wilkins and Hoddle. Marker Rashid. Waddle. And now Waddle. Haitley won his first goal for England. Stopped with a sight of the goalpost by Sedat's tackle, but Turkey have conceded the corner. Wilkins ahead of Hoddle here. And Waddle coming in, onside, and Robson couldn't force it in. Here's Waddle. Breaks for Chris Waddle again. And Stevens in so much space to England's right. But Waddle has his eyes perhaps on the goal. And he's made it! It's his opening goal for England. And it's arrived in the true Waddle style. An angle at the end. In the 15th minute, Chris Waddle beating the goalkeeper on the volume of the crowd, who are just becoming a little impatient with Turkey's mass defense. And for Chris Waddle, it must have raised the morale no end. Waddle wins it back. Hoddle. Lineker, it's Wilkins this time. It's Waddle and the linesman is flagging, and that one doesn't count. Here's one for Haitley to fight for. And Robson was aware of the possibility of Sansom. Waddle. Taunting Ismail. It was Sedat who blocked it. And Wilkins. Mujdat is off the field now, getting some treatment. And Haitley is... There are so many opportunities, even when one is missed. And here's Fennick, looking for some glory. And Yusuf. And as Turkey press forward, maybe gaps will open up again that England can exploit with Waddle and Sansom. It can't have been easy for Chris Waddle, with John Barnes such a direct threat for his position. So often Bobby Robson has used the two players, and able to just pick up a yard of space. And then Waddle. 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 Waddle just trying. Yukasan almost found the ball dropping his way. Turkey only had two players in England's penalty area. The others more concerned with defending should England break away, as Waddle tries to do. Waddle. It's an effervescent England performance. And And a significant one for Chris Waddle that set England on their way in the 15th minute. Waddle. They come forward for the original corner. And that's Waddle. Well, the England players queuing up for the opportunities. Ball played by Yusuf, defecting off Mujiat, who turned his back. But Waddle going straight for the heart of the Turkish defence again. This time, rather than take on defenders who in any case were retreating, he opted for the shot. The qualities that will embarrass teams of a much better standard. And Waddle fisted away, but impishly done. Robson. Ismail is... But here's Waddle again. Lineker. Is this the hat-trick? It is! Waddle. It's a rampant England again. Waddle forced in field. Robson. Sansom. England asking Chris Waddle to stay basically on the left, but with some freedom to wander if required. Hoddle. Wilkins. And Waddle finding himself free again. Drawing the sweeper out. England continuing in their sophisticated style. Wright's tackle stops them in their tracks. And here goes Waddle for Lineker. Waddle. Linking up with Wilkins. That was very adroitly done by Waddle, and Robson. Waddle. Waddle played it without. England have it back with Stephen. And they've certainly not had the quality to half at the moment. Waddle. Waddle faced again by Ismail, but past him, as though he wasn't there. And past Rashid. Abdul Karim was the third line of Turkey neglect. Waddle at the short corner, and international debut at Wembley is a big step, but Unal is with Waddle. Hinckley got a bang on the back of the head, but Waddle's recaptured the ball, and Haitley suddenly is in full working order, but not thinking quite quickly enough. And Selçuk and Sansom. Onside this time. Lineker's gone to the near post. Woodcock. And he used an arm. The toast is England 5, Turkey 0.